Happy Saturday. We are out here in New York today. Awesome, guys. I appreciate all of you guys hopping on this call. I appreciate all of you guys who continue to hop on these calls every single Saturday. I want to bring value. I want to be able to show you guys what's possible just when you plug in and you stay consistent. And all of you guys on this call, one, I understand you guys made a decision to be here. Some of you guys, it's 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Some of you guys, it's like evening time. I know there's people on this call all around the world. That's phenomenal. And I'm super, super excited to share with you some information that has helped me along my journey. And guys, these calls, I'm going to kind of dive into it really quickly. These calls used to be, the KISS chat used to be just for the builders. Now it's more of a community chat for everybody. And it's more customer-oriented, trader-oriented, system-driven, because what happens when you follow a system? Okay, you get results. You get results. And guys, you have to learn how to be a couple things, which I'm going to go over on this call. So, guys, I hope you guys have a pen and paper in hand. You are taking notes. What's that quote? It's like, rookies try to remember things, professionals write it down, or whatever it was. I can't remember. Something like that. So before I get into it, I do want to ask you guys, actually, I'll just kind of dive right into it. So the first couple things, for everybody that's taking notes, that's all I really ask. Matt Rose always talks about it. Austin Godsey always talks about it. He says, every time you get on a call with somebody that's going to teach you something, take notes, okay? Take notes. So three characteristics that I would say that you guys should really, really understand and start applying in your life is consistency, coachability, and commitment, okay? Number one, consistency. Consistency is just seeing just seeing it all the way through. And it is your vision. Where are you going with this? Okay, number one, why are you doing this in the first place? Why did you say, yes, I want to learn how to trade in the foreign exchange and the cryptocurrency market through iMarkets Live? Why are you doing this in the first place? And number two, where are you going with it? What's your vision? What's your 90-day, 6-month, 12-month, year-long vision for this? Long-term, right? Because learning this skill set is long-term. Guys, I don't know who brought you on specifically and how they brought you on in what way, shape, or form, but your first 72 hours, not just yours, but other people that you guys maybe bring on, if that's what you want to do, is the most important part about this. Okay, their first 72 hours is like you're shaping them. You're showing them the way. They've never done this before. Just like you yourself, a lot of us on this call, we've never even heard of the foreign exchange market. We've never heard of trading before. So we have to make sure that we're guiding people in the right way. And I want to guide you guys in the right way on this call every single Saturday, bringing value so you guys can amplify, not only sustain your results, but amplify your results over time. So having that why in mind always of why you're doing this in the first place. And number two, okay, knowing where you're going. A lot of us come on, we just start trading and we don't really have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, you're not taking what you're doing seriously, period. Do you think the best athletes in the world, okay, they have a plan with their workout routine? Hell yeah. Okay, that's why they are the way that they are in the first place. So you guys have to understand where you're going. Always have that vision in mind, because that's what's going to drive you. That's what's going to motivate you. Okay? So understanding this long term. This is not an overnight thing. Please understand that. Don't come in here thinking, oh my God, I'm going to make all this money right now. That was my mentality, and I got slapped in the face a lot of times by the markets, because I came in here thinking, oh yeah, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to make this, the student loan that money back right away. And no, it takes time. But once you understand the skill, guys, how many of you guys have skills on this call, right? How many of you guys have skills on this call? A lot of us have skills. And a lot of us, those skills, nobody can take that away from you. Period. Okay. So coachability is next. Coachability, guys. I feel like a broken record sometimes because I actually have to say these things, but it's real. Okay. Your coachability index is one of the most important and most significant pieces of you ever becoming successful and amplifying that success. Your coachability index, your teachability awareness, all that means is are you open-minded to change? You say you want a 6-figure, 7-figure trading account, you want to do all these things, whatever it may be, but you're not willing to do anything different. You're not willing to stay up later. You're not willing to wake up earlier. You're not willing to do all the different things that it takes, the sacrifice that it takes to get to where you want to go. That's called being coachable. If somebody says, hey, I'm here to help you, Okay, I'm gonna guide you. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you value so that you can reach those milestones in your life and get to where you want to go. But you're not listening. It's not that we're trying to tell you what to do, guys. We've already been there. We have the experience. And guys, for me personally, I've been doing this for 18 months. For those of you that don't really know who I am, I've been learning how to trade through iMarkets Live for the last 18 months, almost to the day. Okay, I've had experience with understanding the market. Not only that, but also the ability to learn from other people, the relationships that I've been able to establish with others, not just other top leaders, but other educators. Like, come on, guys, Christopher Derrick, top educator in the entire company, lives right down the street from me. Okay, I have a regular conversation with him every single week. You don't think that we talk? So I want to be able to give this value to you guys, but you guys have to be able to be coachable. Okay, I'm not just coming on here to tell you guys what to do. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. If you follow instructions, like Matt Rosa said, you will be successful. That's why Michael Jordan was the way that he was. One, he always went back to the basics, which is something that we preach, but he was so coachable. He was known for his coachability. So guys, if you want to be successful, have consistency in seeing your vision all the way through, and have the ability to always be increasing and amplifying your teachability index, your coachability. When all that means is being open-minded, your readiness and willingness to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That means if you came in here, with prior knowledge of how Forex was or stocks and maybe anything like that, stop right there and put that to the side, because this is completely different. This is a new concept. You know what I mean? That makes sense. So the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is extremely important, and be able to make changes and adapt. Guys, a lot of the time, we don't like to hear certain things. We don't like to do certain things. That's life. That's life, guys. I was with my friend yesterday. I haven't seen her in over a year, and she was telling me how her dad just was like, they were on a beach, and they were going down a cliff. Because, quick story. They were going down a cliff, and he lost his balance or something, and he fell. Long story short, not to be super graphic, he basically twisted his leg in ways that he shouldn't have, and it's swollen. Since February, so it's been 2.5 months since this has happened. Anything can happen, guys. We're not invincible. Okay, stay focused, stay true to what you're doing, have gratitude. She doesn't even think that he will have a leg by the end of this year because it's so swollen. Because he had his girlfriend with him and he was trying to show off. That was the story. Okay? Guys, take your time. Nobody cares how fast or slow you're going with this. Just be consistent. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Remember that. You go to the gym, you're not going to have a six-pack overnight. You're not. It's going to, 90-day game plan, right? Over 90 days, you will start to see results. Same thing with this. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. So the last part on here, one of the qualities that I'm going to tell you guys is have commitment. Commitment, okay? This is how I really identify how committed you are, is if when I ask you, are you interested in learning how to trade, or are you dedicated? Okay? Are you just curious, or are you actually dedicated? There's a difference there, okay? Because when you're just when you're interested and you're just curious, you're not going to give it your all. You don't know your why. You're not going to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I go to bed late after midnight and wake up early for New York session. Come on, you have to sacrifice. I'm not saying you have to do that, okay? But if I know that a trade setup is there, I'm waking up, okay? I'm going to wake up for it. But understand, guys, certain sacrifices need to happen. But you have to know why you do what you do, and you have to know where you're going at the end of the day. Guys, I feel like some of you guys thought I was going to come on here and go over charts and stuff. Wrong. You guys are not investing into me. You're investing into iMarkets Live. We can sit here and go over charts all day long. One, the market is closed for Forex, okay? And two, that's not what I do. I'm not here to teach you guys. I'm here to guide you. And none of you guys should be a teacher on here. Yes, in a different way. Don't get that twisted. Okay, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Nobody should be trying to teach other people. And I'm going to just say this. I know this is a trading call, but those that are trying to build a business, okay, again, I'm always going to say this. It's about duplication. And if you're doing what works for you, but it may not work for other people, let's see how far you go with that. You'll go fast very quickly, but you won't go very far. And that's not what this is all about. So understand, staying consistent, seeing your vision all the way through, being coachable, open-minded, and ready to adapt and make those certain sacrifices necessary. And ask yourself, how committed are you? Are you just curious, or are you actually dedicated? to what's in front of you, okay? And I'm going to go over this really quickly as well. I'm going to leave the end of this for questions. So guys, understand trading is long term. We've already established that, okay? If you have anybody that signs up and is like, yeah, you know, I just want to try it out, you know, blah, 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 30 days. Do I really have to pay that monthly subscription? Tell them, hey, you know, I don't really think this is for you. Don't let anybody sign up that is just going to play around with this for 30 days. Hello, this is you're not going to see any results, consistent results after 30 days. It's a long-term mindset, okay? 90 days or more. I want to break this down for you guys. Understanding the skill and gaining consistent results takes time. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care how many results you see from other people. You don't know what their losses look like. Okay, you don't know how long they've been doing this. You don't know, you know, what their bank account actually looks like. Consistent results take time. You can elevate, or you can amplify, you can condense the amount of time it takes you to do certain things, but that's all dependent on you with your work ethic and your consistency, okay? I want to say this as well. I wrote down like a little paragraph. Don't compare your journey to anybody else. As long as you continue to plug in, okay, stay consistent and ask questions, you will be successful, period. Did you guys get that? As long as you plug in, okay, IML TV is right there for you. Guys, every time you don't play, I'm just saying this right now. I think I heard, it was either Austin Godsey or Matt Rose that said this the other day. He was like, every time you don't pay for your IML subscription, it's like putting your freedom on the back burner. I was like, wow, that's really deep. I will tell you right now, I've never gone a month without paying for mine because I understand that I need to understand this. I'm not even in a position where I'm like, I think I know it all. I would never be in that position because we're always learning, okay? We're always learning. Okay, cool. You will be successful. For me, guys, I want to share you a brief story, but understand it took me over 6 months for me to truly believe that I could actually become a good trader. Over 6 months, I had to get outside of my own head. So that's why I tell you guys, don't compare your results. Don't compare your journey to other people because you have no idea what's going on in their life. For me, I was trying to get out of my own head. I was listening to so many other people that didn't have what I wanted, and that actually hindered my growth. So understand that this journey is your own. Trading is independent, okay? You have the ability to create any kind of results, any kind of income that you want out of this. It just is dependent on your consistency, your coachability, and your commitment to what you set out to do in the first place. Remember back to that day that you got started. Why did you make the decision to pay that $195 in the first place or whatever you paid for it? Why did you do that? Go back to that. Success is, going through failure after failure after failure without loss of enthusiasm. Y'all are going to have setbacks, but it's just a setup for a comeback. Chris Derrick said this the other day. Some of you guys were listening. Everything in life is just a setup for where you are now. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Okay, this next part, that's why sharing results, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to really briefly say this for those of you on the call that do not know. Please listen up. I'm not trying to, guys, I'm here to protect the house, okay? And I hope that everybody on this call is here to protect the house as well. I want to see IML decades upon decades upon decades. When you go to post something on social media and it has anything to do with income claims, I would sincerely appreciate if you came to me first before posting it, or whoever brought you on. I talk to Jason Brown almost on a daily basis right now. Just being in the group chat with him and everything, I see what's going on and I understand what's at stake with this. The guy who, the compliance officer, if you guys were in Vegas, he was on stage for a reason, taking the time to really talk about how significant this is, guys. If you see anybody that's making posts about income claims, things like that, tell me, tell whoever, okay? It's not, guys, it's a totally different mindset. They're coming out, I think Jason's making a video. They've already made a 5-minute video from the compliance officer as well for people to understand really what this is all about. Because it's not about the money at the end of the day, guys. Like, if you want to promote the money and the results, it's not about that. I've come to terms with understanding what this is truly about, and it's about the people. It's about the relationships that you build along the way, and not just what the money that you make, but the contribution, what you're able to do, not only with your life, but those around you, okay? And understand when you make those posts, what kind of message you're trying to, send out to other people. Okay, I remember I was in that mindset. I remember when I used to post all the time and I would post results and sometimes they were a little ridiculous, And it was like, nobody's going to relate to this. Or sometimes these were like other people's results. And I was like, why are you doing this, Abby? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, those were like, that doesn't matter. And if you like post some kind of crazy amount of money, that doesn't matter either, because how many pips did you catch? Okay, that's what really counts. How many pips you caught. Now, I don't care. Like, somebody shows me, oh, I made $500. Cool, looks like you caught 5 pips. That's not impressive, guys. So really understand before you make any kind of post, what kind of message are you sending to people? And I'll give you this example really quickly, and then I'll move on to the next part. But there's a guy on the team. He made a shit ton of money, a crap ton of money in like a really, really small window. It was like over $10,000, legit. And when he made that money, he was blasting it all over social media. You know how many people he had signed up? You know how many people quit after 30 days? Yeah, because you're showing instant gratification, okay? That's not what it's all about. When you show people what this is truly about, it's about freedom. It's about people. It's about culture. It's about the relationships. It's about truly loving on others, caring for them, right? Everybody wants to feel appreciated. That's what this is all about. So really just take the time before you make a post to understand what your message is, okay? And if you're going to post an income claim, I truly, truly would appreciate it if you take a step back and reflect, like, why am I making this post in the first place? Guys, if any of you guys watch my social media or my stories, I don't just post to post. I post to give value. I post to inspire. I post for myself half the time, right? But it's not, I really think about what I do. And I'm not the end all be all, guys. I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to be. But I do want to give out perspective. And being a leader, everybody on this call has the ability and has the capacity to be a phenomenal leader. And a leader is just, a person of positive influence. Well, I would like to think it's positive influence. And it's all about giving perspective. And what kind of perspective are you giving? What kind of, image are you setting off to people? Or what kind of individual you are? Because the type of people that you bring on into your business, you want them to be long-term. You don't want these instant gratification, small-minded individuals. Okay. I just really wanted to say that because this is really, really important that people understand this. It's not a game. I take it very seriously because I have so much love and belief in iMarkets Live and what we're doing and the movement that we're creating, because I have really strong connections with a lot of people and I understand their vision. And when you understand somebody's vision, there's a connection, right? iTunes, Apple. Why is everybody, I know some of you guys on here are Android users. I'm not trying to take away from that, but why is Apple, like, the culture is just so amazing, right? The culture is just so amazing for a reason. They know that their phones aren't better half the time than Android, but they start with why. They start with why they're doing it. I know I'm going on a tangent, guys, but just remember why you're doing this in the first place. Don't get carried away with the money and the results and flashing that, okay? Flash flights. We are in New York right now, guys. We're in New York right now. That's freaking crazy. I think we're going to Utah tonight too. So, guys, just understand what you're doing and where you're going with this and why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. All right, cool. That's really what I want to say about that. And then the last thing on here, like I was saying earlier, an individual's first 72 hours is one of the most important parts of their journey. If you aren't launching people in the correct way when they first get on, I always give this example. Austin Gazzi said it, guys, and this is for everybody that's on this call as well, understanding this for yourself. Pretend like the person you just brought on is like, a gallon of milk, okay? And that gallon of milk, you take it out of the fridge and you put it on the counter, okay? How long are you going to wait till you're like, yo, I'm not drinking that. It's sour. It's nasty, right? That's your customer. That's your new person that you just brought on, right? So if you're like, yo, I'm not drinking that after like 12 hours, 6 hours, whatever it may be, yeah. So don't let the person that you just brought on wait to get set up. Set them up immediately. Set up a call. Set up a meetup. Does that make sense to everybody? Because, guys, you have to get them started ASAP. It's a brand new concept. They have no idea what they're doing. You have to get them on the right track. Understand why they're doing what they're doing. Understand their goals, and allow yourself to paint a picture for where they're going. Because if they can see the first 30, 60, 90 days, guys, they're not going to go anywhere if they're making money. And that's not the point. Like, I'm not trying to you have to stay. No, if you guys are independent enough to go away from IML, we did our job. Please understand that, okay? So I have a bunch of other things on here. I'm going to go through this last part, and then I'm going to open up to questions as well. So, guys, the 90-day run, the purpose of the 90-day, your first 90 days, whether you've already done your first 90 days, whether you're on your 90-day run right now, whatever it may be, whether you started yesterday or you got started a year ago, whatever. The purpose, guys, you want to establish a foundation, okay? Michael Jordan, again, was always known for going back to the basics. He had such a high coachability level. That's why he was the way that he was. We want to establish a foundation when it comes to trading, okay? And if you guys want my notes after the call, just message me and I'll send you everything that I have in here in detail. But still be taking notes for your own, because you guys see different perspectives than maybe what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So establishing a foundation is like one of the most important things when people go through their first 90 days, okay? You want to have an understanding of what you're doing and awareness of, trading as a whole. Becoming aware and creating a fundamental understanding for the market, the concept of trading as a whole, as well as developing a strategy that works best for you. That's it. Those are the three things. I'll say it again. Becoming aware and creating a fundamental understanding for the market, the concept of trading as a whole, as well as developing a strategy that works best for you. Like I said, guys, earlier, if you don't have a plan, you're not taking what you're doing seriously, okay? Same thing with trading. Don't just come in here to half-ass it, okay? I hope that you guys would, take on learning how to trade seriously, because if you take it seriously, it'll pay you seriously. If you treat it, half-ass, it's going to pay you half-ass. I posted that video the other day in the chat. It was like somebody comes to you and you don't know the answer. Well, this broker, what does this do? I don't know. Well, this, I don't know. Well, guess what? You're probably going to have I don't know income, okay? Understand what you're doing, okay? That's the purpose of the first 90 days. Developing a strategy that works for you. How do you do this? Well, number one, you go through basics 1 through 4 and technical analysis in the academy. Guys, if the person that brought you on did not send you some kind of a welcome guide or walk you through on a welcome call or met up with you within your first 24 hours, please message me. Please message me and I will help you go through that, and we'll make sure that that person knows what to do moving forward, okay? But developing a strategy is going to be one of the most pinnacle parts about this, because that's what trading is. Obviously, it's proper risk management. I met up with a guy last night. He's phenomenal. He just got started, and he had a great perspective. And we were talking. I was like, yeah, man, the biggest thing that I learned is really not how many wins I can have, but, how well is my risk, because it's about calculated risk. And developing a strategy along the way that works best for you. Trading in business is different because trading is independent, okay? What works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. With business, it's all about duplication. There's a difference, okay? Well, that's for a different talk. That's for a different call. But understanding it's all about developing a strategy, understanding proper risk management, how it can work for you, okay, moving forward. Well, it all starts with IML Academy, and the priorities are basics 1 through 4, technical analysis. Once you do that, guys, all of this should be in that welcome. All of it is in the welcome guide. And if you don't have a welcome guide, message me. I have one as standard. I just sent it out. It's really, really simple. A lot of people are giving me a really, really good feedback about it. That's why I keep promoting it, because it's easy. Learn the basics, and then you find an IML TV educator that you like the most, and then you learn their strategy. Right now, I know there's been an update. Chris Derrick Chris Derrick no longer does the Forex Basics sessions. So right now there's Adeze Duncan and there's Joshua Walls on there that does the Forex Basics. So have your people plug into them after they go through the basics in the academy. Okay, we're all about repetition, because that's what success is. Guys, all of this is in the IML universe. I'm just repeating it right now. Okay, step by step. I leverage the shit out of IML universe, and that's all what's in the IML. That's all what's in the welcome guide. Send them right to IML Universe. And when you hop on that welcome call, you meet up with them, you go over it right on the spot. Certain things like, understanding your confirmations within your strategy, your proper risk management, right? All of that is explained and broken down in detail in the IML Academy and is found within the live sessions when you hop on IML TV. Guys, I've learned practically everything I know from all the Academy, which I've been through all the videos, and Christopher Derrick. I will hop on other live educators, giving you guys this for perspective purposes. I'll hop on other educators, sometimes throughout the week, just not because I'm trying to learn their strategy. I already have my strategy, but to gain other perspective. You guys ever watch Mike Miles? I don't really follow his strategy, but he has such an insane perspective when it comes to the market. The questions that he asks himself, the outlook that he has. I want that. And so I'm always learning. I can always learn from somebody else. I still have my strategy, but the perspective is what I'm after. And keeping my head in the game, right? Sharpening my blade. That's what it's all about. Practicing, okay, learn and apply, make corrections. Okay, this is what it's all about, guys. Learn, apply, make corrections along the way, repeat. Learn, apply, make corrections along the way, repeat. That's it. That's life. That's life in general, okay? Learn, apply, execute, okay? Make action your habit. Make action a new habit, because most people don't take action, as you probably know. Guys, and another thing too, if anybody tells you like, yo, I want to make money right away, let them know that whatever they lose is a risk to them, but that you highly, 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 highly advise first 30 days is demo. Because when you paint the picture of a long-term vision, they'll understand that the first 30 days is a demo, okay? This isn't me talking. This is, yes, I agree with that, but this is coming from Jason Brown, Austin, like all the top leaders that have experienced, you know, how this works. Even Chris Derrick says it. He's like, first 30 days, demo. He's a top educator, so I'm going to listen to him. And if you want to start using the tools, okay, that you like the most, guys, you don't have to use all the tools. You don't have to use the harmonic scanner and the web analyzer and the swipe trades or any of that. You only have to use the tools that you want to use. Okay, for me, I love the crap out of the harmonic scanner. My personal goal every single week on top of my personal analysis is to catch an extra 100 pips from the scanner. Okay? Okay, good. Okay. But yeah, guys, you don't have to use all the tools. Use the tools that you like the most and guide your people in the right way. Everything that they need to know is on IMO Universe. Just plug them in. Guys, if you're brand new, everything you need to know is in IMO Universe, is in that welcome guide. If you have any questions, the biggest thing, guys, when you bring somebody on, you want to plug them into another leader. Why? So that that individual knows that they're in this for themselves, but never by themselves. They have that extra support. They have that extra guidance, because maybe you can't be reached one day, right? I've been in that situation. I've had other people say, yo, you know, the person that brought me on, they're not available or whatever. I can't reach them. So they come to me or they come to whoever, right? That's the most important part about this. And the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'll open it up to questions, is 90 days and beyond. You know, what's after the 90 days? Because the first 90 days is really about creating that foundation and establishing a strategy for yourself. You know, the 90 days and beyond is really just building off of that initial foundation, right? The biggest, baddest, tallest buildings in the world have the deepest foundations, right? I don't know if you guys ever felt this, but when I first started learning how to trade, I just felt like I was digging a hole. I was like, why am I not making any progress? But it was because I was building a strong foundation so I can build off of it. Some of you guys may be going through that right now. So after that 90 days, okay, you have something solid to build off of. That's the whole purpose, right? And repetition and execution on your strategy is the name of the game. Repetition and execution on your strategy is the name of the game, in pursuit of consistent results and elevating from there. Guys, trading is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. If you ever feel like you're overcomplicating it, take a step back, reflect, okay? Reflect and reevaluate what you're doing, because you know you may be a lot farther than you think. It's just half the time, you know, we're in that moment and all we see is like, you know, negative and blah, blah, blah. Just take a step back, rewind. It's all good. So cool. That's kind of really what I wanted to go over. I hope that was helpful. I'm not really going to come on here, guys, and like go over charts and things like that. Y'all are not investing the one, whatever it is that you guys pay a month into me. I'm just here to guide you. And it's, you know, my job as a leader. Can everybody hear me? Are we good, Al? All right, cool. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to hop off of there. I think it was the Wi-Fi. All right, perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, I hope this was of value to you guys because I hope it was of value. I'm just kidding. No, seriously though, I'm not on here to, you know, go over charts or anything like that. That's what IML's for. You know, there's a system for a reason. You plug into the system, okay, you're going to get results if you stay consistent and you ask questions. The person who asks the most questions is going to get the most results. Or sorry, it's going to get the most answers, which in turn will get you the results that you're looking for. So I do want to open it up to questions for anybody that wants to, you know, speak their mind, have, you know, anything that they want to go over, specific things, go for it. Anything at all. Unless you guys are just ready to crush it. Nobody? Crickets.
Wait, one second. Aaron's got a question.
All right, what's up?
My question is, you know, for the 2 and free, in the first month, if you get the 2 and free, obviously your subscription is free.
Mm-hmm.
But what about if you only get one person? Is it the next month you have to get another 2 to get the 2 and free?
Nope. As long as you get 2 people and they are active, it's free. It doesn't matter when you get them.
Okay.
It doesn't matter when you get them. So if you get one
So
person,
it doesn't matter if it's like in 2.
Yeah. So if you get one person, like say today, and then you don't get another person for another like 40 days, and they're both active, you have your 2 and free.
Oh.
Does that make sense? I think she broke up. Can you hear her?
I can't hear.
Oh, sorry. Tony, did you get that? I don't know if she's still there. I can't hear you, brother, if you're there. Hopefully that makes sense. Doesn't show that.
Your mic is on.
Yeah, it is.
Your camera on?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. I don't know what's happening. Alex, I think you were talking, right? Alex Torres?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if anybody heard me. I didn't get any.
Yeah, we heard it. Go ahead.
I already said what I had to say. Don't forget to tap into the warm markets of everybody that's coming to your home events or to whatever events you guys are holding, even if they're not interested, because that's where I get the bulk of my people involved is through their warm markets. Even if they're not interested, you can still say like, hey, does this appeal to anybody that you know of or anything like that?
Heck yeah. That's powerful, bro. I'm really proud of you for stepping up and doing those home events. That's amazing.
Where's he at?
So, all right, cool, guys. Does anybody else have anything they want to add or have any questions they want to go over? The last thing that I'll say is just, again, identify who you are, identify the person that you are bringing on. If they just want to learn how to trade, if they want to get their 2 and free, or if they actually want to end up building this thing. Don't be afraid to ask them either, because you never know who's going to come in here and just tear this thing up. You never know. So I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Again, casting that long-term vision, stay consistent, stay coachable, okay, and stay committed to what you're doing. But other than that, guys, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'm definitely going to put this video in the recordings, and I'll put it in the chat. Other than that, guys, next Saturday team call is going to be a little something different. I'll post it in here. Again, it's going to be trading oriented, more like what you guys should be doing. And then I will talk to you guys later. Have a great Saturday.